Alam Minglaba. Welcome to MMTV's year-end special broadcast. As we reflect on the tumultuous events of 2024, we stand in solidarity with the people of Myanmar who continue their courageous fight for democracy and justice. This year has been one of both immense challenges and remarkable progress in the revolutionary struggle. Tonight, we bring you an in-depth report on the key developments of this year, including messages from the leadership of the National Unity Government, critical milestones in the revolution, and the harrowing impact of military aggression on the people. Join us as we delve into these stories, honoring the resilience and determination of all those who strive for a better future. Here are this year's headlines. Acting President Douala Shila's message of resolve for the revolution. Prime Minister Mawin Kanten calls for unity and focus on revolutionary goals. Foreign Minister Dazen Maang highlights milestones in the revolution's final phase. Human Rights Minister U Aung Myo Min advocates for legal accountability amid the revolution. Over 100,000 civilian homes destroyed in arson attacks since the coup. 22 political prisoners died in 2024 due to a lack of medical care. Spring Revolution death toll rises to 6,087 amid ongoing junta violence. And lastly, revolutionary forces gain control over 89 cities by year end. Now, let's get into the stories. Acting President Douala Shila's message of resolve for the revolution.
Myanmar နိုင်ငံသူနိုင်ငံသားများနဲ့ကဘာသူကဘာသားများအားလုံးကျမ်းမာရွှေလန်းပြီးငြိမ်းချမ်းသာယာကြပါစေကြောင်းဆုမွန်ကောင်းတောင်းလိုက်ပါတယ်ခရစ်မတ်ဆိုတာငြိမ်းချမ်းမှုနှွေးထွေးမှုပျော်ရွှင်မှုချစ်ချင်းမေတ္တာတရားတို့နဲ့ဖြတ်တန်းရတဲ့ရမြတ်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်တို့နိုင်ငံအနေနဲ့တော့စစ်အာဏာရှင်စနစ်အဆုံးသတ်ဖို့တော်လှန်ရေးတိုက်ပွဲကိုဝင်နေရတဲ့အချိန်အခါဖြစ်တာကြောင့်တော်လှန်ရေးတာဝန်တွေကိုထမ်းရွက်ရင်ခရစ်မတ်အချိန်ခါတမယကိုဖြတ်တန်းနေကြရတဲ့ရေးပေါ်သူရှိတယ်လို့တစ်ဖက်မှာလည်းဆက်တိုက်ဆိုလို့စစ်ရှုံးနှိမ့်နေတာနဲ့အမျှပြည်သူကိုပြစ်မှတ်ထားတိုက်ခိုက်နေတဲ့စစ်ကောင်စီကြောင့်ကျွန်တော်တို့ပြည်သူတွေကလေးတင်ငယ်တွေနဲ့မိခင်တွေဟာမလုံခြုံမှုစိုးထိတ်ကြောက်လန့်မှုများနဲ့မိမိရဲ့နေရာကိုစွန့်ခွာပြီးခရစ်မတ်ချိန်ခါသမယကိုဖျက်ဆီးနေကြရပါတယ်
In his Christmas and New Year message, Acting President Douala Shila of the National Unity Government delivered a powerful speech to encourage the people of Myanmar to remain resolute in their support for the ongoing revolution. He began by extending heartfelt sympathy to those who have suffered greatly under the military's oppressive rule, including displaced children, mothers, and families who have lost their homes. The acting president expressed admiration for the courage and resilience of the people who have withstood nearly 4 years of relentless hardship since the military coup. Douala Shila acknowledged the sacrifices made by revolutionary fighters and their families, commending their tireless efforts to bring about change. He emphasized that 2024 marked a significant turning point in the revolution, citing the disintegration of the military junta as a result of the people's unity and determination. Reflecting on these achievements, he called on all citizens to continue their unwavering commitment to the revolutionary cause, stating, "We must march forward with courage and determination, for the future of our nation depends on us." The acting president also highlighted the collective strength demonstrated by ethnic resistance organizations and their contributions to defeating the military regime. As the revolution approaches its 4th anniversary, he urged all stakeholders to stand together, promising that the NUG would continue to lead with integrity and unwavering resolve. Next, Prime Minister Mawin Kanten's call for unity and focus on revolutionary goals. Prime Minister Mawin Kanten of the NUG addressed the nation during a recent cabinet meeting, emphasizing the importance of unity among revolutionary forces. He expressed concern over emerging signs of authoritarian tendencies among certain individuals who, despite initially joining the revolution, have strayed from its goals after attaining positions of power. The Prime Minister spoke candidly about the dangers of losing sight of the revolution's core objectives, warning that such behavior could undermine the collective efforts to dismantle the military junta. At this critical time, all revolutionary forces must focus solely on the revolution. Deviating from these goals could compromise everything we have fought for, he stated. To address these challenges, Mamun Kanten called on relevant departments to take swift and decisive action to ensure transparency and accountability within revolutionary ranks. He reiterated the need for revolutionary leaders to prioritize the people's welfare and the establishment of a democratic Myanmar above all else. Next, Foreign Minister Da Zin Maong highlights milestones in the revolution's final phase. Foreign Minister Da Zin Maong described 2024 as a watershed year for Myanmar's revolution. In her address, she highlighted the clear delineation between victory and defeat that has emerged during this phase of the struggle. She pointed to significant international developments, including efforts by the International Criminal Court to issue an arrest warrant for junta leader Min Aung Hlaing, as evidence of the progress made. During a BBC interview, Da Zin Maong stated that the revolutionary momentum has made it clear that the current military regime cannot sustain itself.
ရေဆုံးတော့မင်းအောင်လှိုင်ကိုဘယ်လိုမျိုးအဆုံးသတ်မလဲဆိုတဲ့ဟာကနီးလန်းပေါင်းစုံနဲ့ပေါ်လာနေတယ်နော်ဒီနေပြည်တော်မှာ drone နဲ့တက်ခတ်ခံရတာတွေအဆုံးပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒီကနေအစပြုလို့မို့လို့ဒီ ICC ကနေပြီးတော့ Power ထုတ်ဖို့လို့စူးစမ်းအားထုတ်မှုတွေအဆုံးပေါ့ publicly ဖြစ်လာတာကိုကကျမတို့အဆုံးသတ်ဖို့လို့အတွက်အဆုံးဖြတ်နှစ်ဟာထိုက်တဲ့လောက်ပုံပေါ်ခဲ့တယ်လို့မြင်တယ်ဘသူနိုင်မလဲရှုံးမလဲဘသူကတော့ရှိတင်တယ်မရှိတင်ဘူးဆိုတာအနည်းဆုံး baseline တော့ပေါ်သွားပြီလို့ကျမတို့မြင်တယ်တေးကြတဲ့ဒီ main online နဲ့ဆက်ပြီးတော့အလုံးမဖြစ်တော့ဘူးစနစ်မပြောင်းဘူးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့မဖြစ်တော့ဘူးတက်ကိုယ်တိုင်ကပြုပြင်ပြောင်းလဲရတော့မယ်ဆိုတော့အဆုံးအဖြတ်ကိုပို့ပြီးတော့တေးကြသွားစေတယ်လို့တော့ကျမတို့မြင်ပါတယ်နည်းနည်းပုံပေါ်လာတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ complete set မဖြစ်သေးဘူးလို့တော့ဝန်ခံရမှာ
This year has confirmed that the military must reform and that Min Aung Hlaing's regime cannot endure. The world is watching and justice will prevail, she declared. The foreign minister also underscored the growing diplomatic support for the revolution from the international community. She called on global allies to continue their effort to hold the military accountable and to support the NUG's mission to restore democracy in Myanmar. Da Zin Maong urged all revolutionary forces to remain vigilant, united, and steadfast as the revolution enters its most critical phase yet. Next, Human Rights Minister U Aung Myo Min advocates for legal accountability amid the revolution. Union Minister for Human Rights U Aung Myo Min delivered a sobering message about the importance of legal accountability and the protection of human rights in territories liberated by the revolutionary forces.
ဟုတ်ကျွန်တော်တို့မှာဒီတန်ရအတွင်းမှာခုနတရားဥပဒေစိုးမိုးရေးတည်ငြိမ်အေးချမ်းရေးနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့လိုအပ်တယ်လို့အမိန့်တွေစီကံတွေညွှန်ကြားချက်တွေထုတ်ပြန်ပါတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့ထုတ်ပြန်တဲ့ထုတ်ပြန်ချက်တွေကတကယ်တမ်းလိုအပ်လို့ထုတ်ပြန်တာဖြစ်ရမယ်တစ်ချိန်တော့ဒီလိုမျိုးလှုပ်ဆောင်ချက်တွေကအများပြည်သူအကျိုးစီးပွားကိုကာကွယ်ဖို့အတွက်စောင့်ရှောက်ဖို့အတွက်ရည်ရွယ်ပြီးတော့လှုပ်ဆောင်တဲ့အရာမျိုးဖြစ်ရမယ်အဲ့တော့ဒါမျိုးထုတ်ပြန်ချက်တွေကပြည်သူလူထုကပြန်လိုက်မှဒုက္ခရောက်သွားတဲ့ဟာမျိုးမဖြစ်စေရအောင်နောက်တစ်ခါဒီလိုမျိုးထုတ်ပြန်တဲ့နေရာမျိုးမှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လဲကြိုးကြောင်းစင်လျော်ခိုင်မာစွာဖြင့်ထုတ်ပြန်ပြီးတော့ဒါကိုချိုးဖောက်တဲ့အရာမှာပြစ်ပေးရေးယူမယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လဲပြစ်မှုပြစ်ဒဏ်နဲ့ထိတ်တန့်သောဒီအလုပ်ပိုင်ခွင့်ကိုပေးတဲ့အရာမျိုးဖြစ်ဖို့အရေးကြီးပါတယ်
Speaking at the Human Rights Barometer program, he expressed concerns over reports of abuses of power by some officials in these areas. The minister stressed that fostering a culture of human rights requires the establishment of the rule of law, even in times of upheaval. Without the rule of law, human rights cannot flourish. Revolutionary territories must serve as an example of justice and fairness, he asserted. U Aung Myo Min called for comprehensive educational and training programs for local administrators to ensure they understand and uphold their responsibilities to the people. He emphasized the need for effective enforcement mechanisms to prevent abuses and protect vulnerable populations. The minister concluded by reaffirming the NUG's commitment to prioritizing justice and human rights throughout the revolutionary process. Next, over 100,000 civilian homes destroyed in arson attacks since the coup. Data from Myanmar reported that as of September of 2024, 106,409 civilian homes have been destroyed in arson attacks, orchestrated by the military and its affiliates. Among these, 102,569 homes were burned directly by the junta, while the remaining destructions involved unidentified groups. This alarming statistic reflects the regime's continued campaign of terror against the people of Myanmar. In September alone, 938 homes across Sagaing, Kachin, Tarintari, Mandalay, Chin State, and Southern Shan State were reduced to ashes. These incidents were part of a broader pattern of destruction, with the junta deliberately targeting civilian areas as a form of retaliation against revolutionary activities. In August and September, clashes in Indaw Town, Sagaing region resulted in the burning of over 300 homes, displacing hundreds of families. Similarly, in Pakant Township, Kachin State, intense fighting led to the destruction of an additional 300 homes. The systematic destruction of civilian property has not only displaced tens of thousands of people, but also created a humanitarian crisis. Many affected families are now struggling to access basic necessities, including shelter, food, and medical care. Next, 22 political prisoners died in 2024 due to the lack of medical care. The Political Prisoners Network of Myanmar, or PPNM, reported that 22 political prisoners died in 2024 due to inadequate medical care in detention facilities. This stark figure underscores the dire conditions faced by detainees under the military regime. Among those who lost their lives were prominent figures such as Dr. Za Mien Maung, the vice chairman of the National League for Democracy, and U Win Kaing, the former Minister of Electricity and Energy. One of the most tragic cases was that of Ko Bonbon, who died on December 25th at Monywa Police Station after being denied essential medical treatment. Arrested in February of 2024, he had been serving a 10-year sentence under Myanmar's counter-terrorism law. Another political prisoner, Cha Zin Lat, died on December 21st in Myanmar prison due to inadequate health care. These deaths highlight the regime's systematic neglect and mistreatment of political prisoners, many of whom are denied access to medicines sent by their families. PPNM and the families of political prisoners have called on prison authorities to accept medicines and provide timely medical care. They have also urged the junta to allow critically ill prisoners to be transferred to external hospitals to receive proper treatment. Despite these pleas, the military continues to show blatant disregard for the well-being of detainees. Next, the Spring Revolution death toll rises to 6,087 amid ongoing junta violence. The Assistance Association for Political Prisoners, or AAPP, revealed that since the military coup on February 1st of 2021, 6,087 people have been killed during the Spring Revolution. This includes activists, civilians, and children who have fallen victim to the junta's violence. The deaths recorded in December of 2024 alone totaled 63, with Mandalay region reporting the highest number of fatalities. Among the 63 deaths in December, 28 were caused by aerial attacks conducted by the military. Victims included 24 women, 38 men, and 1 LGBT individual, while 8 of the deceased were children under the age of 18. The violence extends beyond killings. Over 28,000 individuals have been arrested since the coup, with nearly 10,000 of them sentenced to prison terms. These numbers represent only a fraction of the atrocities committed by the junta, as many cases remain unreported due to restricted access to affected areas. And lastly, revolutionary forces gained control over 89 cities by year-end. By the end of 2024, revolutionary forces have successfully gained control of 89 cities across Myanmar, making a significant milestone in their struggle against the junta. This achievement reflects the growing strength and coordination among ethnic resistance organizations and other revolutionary groups. The cities now under revolutionary control are spread across multiple regions, including Northern Shan State, Rakhine State, Chin State, and Kachin State. In Northern Shan State alone, 24 cities have been liberated, while Rakhine State accounts for 18 cities under revolutionary authority. Other regions, such as Chin State and Kachin State, have also witnessed substantial gains, with 15 and 13 cities, respectively, coming under the control of revolutionary forces. These advancements demonstrate the efficacy of coordinated efforts and the widespread support for the revolution among local populations. As we move into 2025, the resilience and determination of the people remain unwavering. The National Unity Government and its allies continue to fight for a democratic and just Myanmar. MMTV will persist in bringing you the latest news and updates as we strive together for a brighter future. Thank you for your support, and we wish you all a Happy New Year. Jeziba.